So Engel Fire is going. So we've got our pork in there, turning away, smelling delicious. Let's add something else in there because we've got that whole area up in the top that we were cooking our chicken in, which is now free. So take your EngelElzen Cast Iron Fry Pan, which can handle the heat and handle the flames that are in that fireplace, and we're going to do some Hasselback potatoes. So inside your clean pan, I've just got a little bit of oil. Doesn't matter, I've just used sunflower, grapeseed oil, doesn't really matter too much. And then we're going to do Hasselback potatoes. So for those of you who don't know what Hasselback potatoes is it's basically a potato that you've cut small little fans into, like so. And what that does is, it cooks the potato far faster. But then when you're cooking it, the flavour of what you're cooking it in goes inside the potato. So you're actually opening it up to allow flavour to penetrate, but also the delicious smoke of the wood to go and penetrate into your potato. So to Hasselback it, it's simply grab it, cut it in half, like so, and then you're just simply running a series of cuts along the top. I don't know, probably about 3/4 of the way through. Just allowing enough on the bottom so that the potato holds together but is opened up in a fanned way. So I'll just finish this last one. So I just cut like so, but what I don't do is I don't cut all the way to the bottom of the bench. I just cut so that it's nice and open. Take your potatoes, spread that oil out on the bottom and stack them in they go. Fill the bottom of that pan. That's great, just like that. And now what you want to do is you want to start to add some flavour into there. So I've got some garlic that I'm just going to crush down, like so. Cut that up. 2 cloves of garlic. Crush that up. That can sprinkle over the top, like so. Now I've got some fresh rosemary. That can go over as well. Delicious. Yeah, you could use thyme if you want, but I find rosemary works really well because it's a super strong herb, which works well with potatoes. Because potatoes are just like a big sponge for flavour. They're just going to go, yeah, I'll take it all. And then to cook this, you cook it in a stock. So here I've got a vegetable stock that I've just made up, just like a vegetable bouillon and a little bit of, or a vegetable stock cube with a little bit of warm water. Start with warm, like add warm water into there because then that just kind of speeds up that cooking process. On top of that, maybe a smidgen of salt. And then I'm going to put a little bit of oil on top. Mainly on top of those potatoes. That can all sit in there. And then for the first part of this cooking, I want the potatoes to cook and absorb all that stock. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly cover them with paper, like so, because this is going to go into the top part of the oven. So for half the cooking time, I'm going to leave the paper on, and then for the other half, I'm going to take the paper off, so that the second part is all about getting flavour in there and maybe getting a little bit of crispy crunchiness onto the top of those potatoes. So I'll probably leave that for 30 minutes with the paper on, and then I'll take the paper off and let it reduce down and get a little bit of crispiness into the top of those potatoes. And they can just go in there. So I'm going to put that up to the top. That's going up directly over the flame. You know, there's not a massive amount of flame left in there. It's turning nicely for the rotisserie. But it's just another way of using the fire and using the heat within that fire to cook another part or another element to your dish. Shut that down and walk away.